Thank you so much for being here this evening. My name is Chris Wood. I'm the Executive Director and Co-Founder of LGBT Tech. I see so many familiar faces. I also see so many new faces. So thank you so much for coming out tonight on a gorgeous evening. I don't know who ordered this weather, but the PowerOn Awards Ceremony we've been doing for several years now. The PowerOn program itself has been running for a little over 8 years, really focused on making sure that the LGBTQ community has access to devices, technology, tablets, computers, cell phones. And it actually started right here in Washington, D.C. And it actually started with Smile, when Sultan Shakir was the executive director. When we worked together with various organizations across the city to distribute 25 cell phones with data, talk, and text, with the support of AT&T and one of their mobile carriers. And the idea was to just begin to understand how technology impacted LGBTQ individuals, how they used it, why they used it, and what a difference it made. We learned a lot of lessons. 80% of those individuals we never heard from again, but 20% we heard from continuously, recognizing that those that are housing insecure don't necessarily have a safe and stable place to live, were able to use that in a way that was able to gain access to resources like housing, food, shelter, medical care, consistent care. And actually we heard from other organizations in the city like Whitman Walker Clinic, who were saying, we don't know what this PowerOn program is, but we're all of a sudden able to stay in contact with some of our clients where we weren't able to before. And that's when we knew that we had something. Sure, I'm an entrepreneur. Those that know me know that I'm an entrepreneur. I think about things differently. I break the mold, I improve the mold, I pivot, try to figure out what's working out, but mainly working through data and looking at what's the responses. And what we found was that it was really important for those local connections. It was really important for those 107 centers that we currently have across the United States that we are distributing technology into, across 38 states and 2 US territories, from Puerto Rico to Alaska. We recognized that they were such an important part of this partnership because we started here in DC, because we recognized that on the ground grassroots connection, like to the ones like Smile and others, and other award winners that are here this evening, that connection is so important because it is that face-to-face perspective, that face-to-face interaction that those individuals who are needing help can get, and gain access to technology, and gain access to the internet, and gain access to resources. So this is probably one of the proudest programs that I have enjoyed working on over my tenure at LGBT Tech. I can tell you that hearing from individuals that are holding a piece of technology and hearing how it has changed their life has most certainly been one of the proudest things that I have been able to work on. And now I'm really happy that I get to share it with such an amazing team. So thank you so much for being here this evening. I also want to say thank you so much for this gorgeous space, Open Levels. Thank you. Without further ado, I do want to bring up our host for this evening, which is Mark Brennan with Open Levels.
Chris, thank you. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Great the weather and also the lighting in here. Nice. So, on behalf of Open Levels, thank you very much for being here tonight. My name is Mark Brennan, and I lead our tech and telecoms industry sector group. We have more than 350 attorneys aligned to our sector group, working on all of the same fast-moving areas as LGBT tech, including, for example, Internet of Things, 5G, broadband deployment, net neutrality, FCC policy, and many other issues. No, it was fun the first 5 times. So we have been a long-time supporter of LGBT tech and are excited to continue being a supporter. We're proud to help the organization develop its programs, distribute resources, and engage with the community to drive change for individuals throughout the LGBTQ ecosystem. So as a champion here of the Hogan Lovells Pride Plus Network and a major proponent of innovation at the firm, this is a cause that is easy for me to support and very near to my heart. I know that we're all excited to get to tonight's programming, so I will stop here and just congratulations to all of us at Hogan Lovells for tonight's winners, and to all of you, thank you for being here to support and to LGBT Tech for all that you do for the community. So thank you.
So we do want to dive in. I know we delayed a little bit. We heard that there was a lot of traffic out there, and also even down to the parking garage. So for those of you that that went through that, thank you so much for being here. So making the effort. Over the years, we've really looked at different awards that we could give, and one of the awards that we were looking at giving was the Change Agent Award. The Change Agent Award honors an individual in public service or social justice, or whose significant contributions to connectivity or volunteering in making sure that organizations can continue to thrive, help support underserved populations, including the LGBTQ community. The PowerOn Change Agent Award honors an individual, like I said, in public service, but making sure that we are including the LGBTQ community and looking at it holistically, and looking at it as multiple more marginalized communities, recognizing that that the LGBTQ community is not a monolith, and we can belong to many other communities at the same time as we identify as LGBTQ. This year, PowerOn is honored to present the 2023 Change Agent Award to Carl Nazin, the founder and CEO of Raise. After a moving experience while volunteering with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2019, Carl was inspired to build a mobile app where users can easily find a way to give back to causes that they're passionate about. In July 2022, Carl Nazin launched the very first volunteer-based social media platform called Raise. Carl is a vocal advocate for the LGBTQ community, and he has made history as the first openly gay active NFL player, and announced a donation in that announcement of $100,000 to the Trevor Project in his coming out video posted on Instagram. He recently has worked with the LGBTQ Center of Southern Nevada to bolster their fundraising efforts through Raise, and I'm proud to say, Carl has used Raise during a recent New York fundraiser at Joy Fix to raise funds for LGBT Tech and our programs. I'm also really proud to say that he has donated personally himself. More than that, though, I recently had the pleasure of spending time with Carl up at Penn State University, which is where he started playing football as a walk-on, I believe. At the Mini AI Expo for Good. It was a really powerful, moving day where we were listening to students who are working on the cutting edge of technology, looking at AI, looking at problems and solutions that AI can solve. Listening to him speak and his passion and drive about the decisions he's made in his life was incredible, but more importantly, the contributions he's made and why he lives the life that he does and why he contributes to community, to the things he cares about. Really inspired me, and I really am proud of the empowering change that he hopes to create. Through his efforts to increase LGBTQ visibility in professional sports, his dedication to facilitating volunteerism, philanthropy, and his unwavering support for the LGBTQ community, I am proud to say that Carl Nazin embodies the essence of a true change agent.
Reach this up. Hey everybody. It's really nice meeting everybody that I've had a chance to get to know tonight. Thank you, Chris. That was really, really special. I appreciate all those kind words. Thank you to the folks at LGBT Tech for putting this great event on. It's a beautiful view, beautiful people. Thank you to my boyfriend Soren for coming down and supporting me. And, oh yeah, Soren! This is really, really great. And so a friend of ours, Erica, Shout out to Erica, she couldn't make it. But she introduced me to LGBT Tech earlier this year, and all the great work that this organization is doing for my community, our community. We did a great, really fun fundraiser at my favorite bar in New York, Joy Face. And it just so happens that Chris and I met at the expo at Penn State, and we hit it off. It was a really, really great day. So, being here, it's really, really special. Last month, I retired from the NFL. I played 7 years, over 100 NFL games. This skinny, tall white guy just really kicked ass for 7 years. And so I started out at Penn State, and I was a walk-on. And my entire life, all I ever wanted to do was play football. And not a lot of people thought I could do it, but I really just believed in myself, had some great coaches, and kept at it. A couple years ago, when I did come out, one of the things that really stuck out to me was just, hey girl. So it was a great experience. I just feel so lucky for the experience that I had, all the support when I came out a couple years ago. And when you're an athlete, people tell you that you have a very short window to be successful. You can't be a professional athlete into your 80s. Maybe Tom Brady could do it until he was 80, but not the average people. So something that I'm realizing is that giving back to your community, there is no window for that. That is a lifelong journey. And that is something that I've been feeling really lucky and fulfilled doing. So events like this, I'm always really excited. I get to meet new people, be inspired, continue to be inspired and motivated. So post-retirement, I had this weird feeling like, did I peak, right? And will I ever do anything really cool again, like playing in the NFL? And I started Raise, we launched last year, and I have a degree in biology. You know what I mean? I'm a football player, and I'm working my ass off to build something that can really connect people in a meaningful way. So I was at the gym, and my friend came up to me, he saw my retirement post, and he said, "You know what, man? The best is yet to come." And I just wanted to, hope that resonates here tonight, that we can meet people, continue to be inspired, and remember that the best is yet to come. I'm super excited to be associated with this great organization, to receive this award, and to continue to do my part. And hope to meet everybody that I can here tonight. And if you ever need anything, want me to show up and slug a margarita with you, just let me know. Okay? Thank you, everybody. That's it.
Okay, so I have to disclose something. For those of you who have been here before, we have these gorgeous hand-blown glass awards, which are absolutely gorgeous, which you are going to receive. But unfortunately, the woman that we typically work with was in a really bad car accident, and so we are most certainly sending our thoughts and prayers to her and making sure that hopefully she's all right, but they did not make it.
The person of the glass.
The glass.
Okay, you got it. I'm just kidding. Yeah, that's good.
So I just wanted to disclose that, but instead just
Gorgeous. Still gorgeous. I love it. Can we get a photo with it? Okay, great. Where are we looking right there? Oh wait, I forgot to say something. Can I say something really quick?
Yeah.
Okay, this was supposed to look like this. So there was a conflict for tonight. Before Chris called me, I was supposed to go to an event with a fashion show, meet with a nonprofit in Pennsylvania, and they were going to ask me to walk in a fashion show. And so Chris called me the next day, and I was like, thank God, they got me out of this. So, this is me dressing up, you know what I mean? So I'm really happy to be here. Thank you everybody for saving me from having to walk in a fashion show with this. So thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you so much. As for anybody that's planning events in this room, something will always come up. So, or multiple things. So the next award is our Visionary Award. And The Visionary Award honors an individual or company whose work has empowered the LGBTQ community and individuals to achieve success through technology and the internet. PowerOn is honored to present the 2023 Visionary Award to Comcast NBC Universal. In fact, when we talk about access to the internet and technology, Project Up is Comcast's 10-year, $1 billion commitment from the Comcast Foundation to truly focus on closing the digital divide. Most recently, I had the pleasure of attending the Project Up Summit, as I have done for, well, last year, because we weren't still here before that. But bringing together hundreds of leaders across the country that are working to close the digital divide, working on connecting people with technology, access to the internet, and the resources when they are. But the thing that really stood out to me, Delilah is the executive director of the Comcast Foundation, and watching her really move and work through a room, but the fact that I've actually seen her from the very beginning of starting at the Comcast Foundation and met so many of her team. The thing is that it's not just about that. It's not just about the investment that they're making there, but it's actually about the decisions that they make on a daily basis. So what am I talking about? When I was up at the Project Up Summit, we ended up going to a restaurant for a speaker's dinner. And when we were there at the restaurant, come to find out, that restaurant and that founder of that restaurant had received a Comcast Rise. And they had invested in that local business owner's dream and passion and love. Furthermore, when we were at the Comcast Summit, there was a book that we all received. I think there was 400 of them. There was 400 leaders from around the country. And they didn't just go buy that from a random place. No, they went to a Black-owned bookstore in Philadelphia and bought every single one of those books. So when I talk about the dedication and making sure that they're walking the walk and talking the talk, that they're investing into the things that matter, it shows not just in the big actions, but the small actions. Furthermore, this year we are actually able, because of the Project Up donation, we were actually able to launch our very first Digital Navigator program, which our Digital Navigator is right back here, Aaron Grubb.
Yeah.
Which we were able to, and I don't think they quite understood what they were walking into, nor that their new boss was ADHD and neurodivergent. Has lots of ideas and wants to move at 100 miles an hour. But they picked up and ran with it. Actually, they were hired August 14th, and within just a couple weeks had almost an entire program built out. Had already had several trainings, training 12 organizations across 7 states, almost 6,000 individuals who potentially be impacted by those particular trainings, and ensuring that individuals can get connected. It's that type of change that really matters. And I know that there's a lot of organizations and companies that have donated in this room, but I really, really want to say thank you to the Comcast Foundation for the continued investment into our work, the empowerment of the LGBTQ community, for continuing to see our big, bold, crazy ideas as worth investing in. Because trust me, I come to a lot of them. And Comcast and through the Comcast Foundation and through Project Up truly embody the essence of a visionary. And I thank you so much, and we'll do that.
Okay, great. I'll go first. Good evening, everyone. My name is Sean Mickens. I'm the Associate Vice President of External Affairs for Comcast NBC Universal. I have the great pleasure of always working with Chris and Carlos and the team at LGBT Tech on a daily basis to talk about all the fun stuff like.
No, don't say it.
Yeah, because I already. But I would am completely honored to be before you today. I remember when Chris started LGBT Tech ages ago. Back then, I was in coalition partnership with you guys at the National Urban League, and I had the pleasure of working as an ally with you guys in coalition, and now to be at an organization, a company that still supports and has the long-time support of the vision that you've had for LGBT tech in our communities. And so with that being said, I do want to take just one moment to acknowledge you one good time and thank you for your stewardship and your leadership. It's the partners that we work with that truly makes this fulfilling for all of us. And with that, can we give them a round of applause? Now, I'm going to shut up because this isn't about me. But I do want to turn it over to my colleague who I work hand in hand with our relationship at LGBTQ Tech, excuse me, Dana Payments.
I'll be quick, because this is about you all in the room, it's not about us. What Sean just said is spot on. When we are working with nonprofit partners in the community, it's not often that someone comes to the table with the crazy ideas that Chris and team have come with. Working with Ellie, with Kristen, with Aaron, with Chris, it is one of the best parts of my day when they call when I have a meeting with them. We're not supposed to have favorite partners, I don't have favorite partners, but it's just inspiring every single time. When Chris came and said, we want to hire a digital navigator, my first thought was, how are we going to pull that off? And then there was a plan. And the plan made a ton of sense, and we were like, yeah, let's do it. And Aaron's here, and we're thrilled, and can't wait to see what they're going to do. But really what I want to stress is two quick things. One, a special thank you to the Comcast colleagues who came down from Philly, part of the ERG, out ERG, who came from Richmond as well. They're who make our work a success with groups like LGBT Tech and others. And then the other thing I really want to stress is this is about you all. We provide this funding because we know the work that is important and that is needed that you all are doing on a day-to-day basis. And we want to support that in any way that we can. So thank you guys for this honor, but thank you all for what we're doing.
Thank you so much. And I'm going to turn it over to my colleague, Kristen.
Hi everyone, I'm Kristen Kelly. I'm the Director of Programs at LGBT Tech. So I'm here to introduce our Trailblazer Award winner for tonight. So the PowerOn Trailblazer Award is awarded each year to an adult individual who has taken full advantage of the opportunities provided by technology that their center was granted through PowerOn. This year's PowerOn Trailblazer has dedicated her time investing back into her community at the Arkansas Black Gay Men's Forum and Utopia. By sharing her knowledge of technology to provide computer lab training, software training, and even notary services, she has used PowerOn technology to provide services to marginalized people of color during the center's Super Saturdays, and has also held workshops designed to help increase people with disabilities' computer literacy skills. She is also the owner of The Jasmine, a creative, innovative center that offers a collaborative environment as a citywide resource with a diverse mix of cultural, educational, entertainment, and commercial uses. The Jasmine has also made history in Little Rock, Arkansas as the first Black woman-owned multi-purpose center on Main Street in the historic Soma District. We are thrilled to present the PowerOn Trailblazer Award to Tamara Thomas, who is a leader in her community making a real impact and embodies the mission of the PowerOn program, showing how far LGBTQ+ individuals can go in both empowering themselves and their communities when they have access to technology. So I'd love to invite Tamara up to the stage.
Hello. Can you guys at least see my head? First off, thank you so much for having me. I am a firm believer that when one door closes, another door opens. So just to give you a quick little backstory on how this all began, in 2019, when COVID happened, I lost my job. As everyone says, marketing is the first to go. Well, I was the first to go, and when I lost my job, I had that moment when I thought to myself, Tamara, what is next? Everything you thought that your life would be is not going to go in that direction. And so I took a leap of faith, and I took some money from my savings, and I purchased a multi-purpose space, because one of the things that I always wanted to do was be of service to the community. And I opened up the Jasmine because I had a vision that could help everyone, especially the LGBT community. My dear friend Antoine Golston said, hey, I want you to join forces with me, and I think that we can open up an amazing lab that can change a lot of lives. I'm like, well, everyone has access to technology, right? And that's not true. Technology is something that we take for granted, but it's a part of our everyday lives. Some of us need it in order to work. The children need it in order to learn. So we opened up this lab, and it's been amazing. People call us and they schedule appointments to come in and utilize the lab. For business owners that don't have a brick and mortar, they call us and schedule times to come in and have business meetings in our lobby area, our office space. I am so excited for the amount of people that have walked through our doors. I want to take time to thank the LGBT Tech PowerOn Center for what you guys have done, and it is because of you that the Jasmine has made a major change in the community. So I thank you so much for your contribution. I'm so happy to be here, and stay tuned. We have a lot of amazing things coming up. So if I can end this to say, it's not how you start, it's all about how you finish. Thank you again for having me.
Yeah.
I don't want to break it before I do. So I'm also thrilled to share tonight that this year, thanks to support from our PowerOn visionary, Comcast, NBC Universal, that we will be also making a $2,500 contribution to the Arkansas Black Gay Men's Forum. Woo. Our next award winner for tonight is the PowerOn Role Model. The PowerOn Role Model Award goes to a youth who has taken full advantage of the opportunities provided by technology. And this year's winner, at only 21 years old, has clearly already begun to make a huge impact in her community and those around her. Kiana Bradley was connected with PowerOn Technology through Our Spot KC's Lionhouse program. Since the beginning of her time in the program, not only has she grown individually, but she has also become a role model for others in the program. Kiana has become a leader in conflict resolution amongst her peers and is setting an example in her dedication towards achieving her goals, including earning her associate's degree and becoming an entrepreneur. The devices granted to Our Spot KC from PowerOn have allowed Kiana to take action on the new future she sees for herself by providing a means of earning her associate's degree and establishing herself and her brands in the online marketplace. Congratulations, Kiana, on becoming this year's PowerOn Role Model Award winner. We are thrilled to have you here to celebrate all of your achievements this far and cannot wait to see what you accomplish next.
Hi, everybody. That pretty much said it, honestly. A little bit about me. I grew up in the foster care system, then was kicked out, homeless. You've heard the same story before. And then I happened upon Farmhouse, which really shook me to my core. This is the first program that I've ever been in that actually wants to see you thrive and become your own individual. So with their support, yeah, I've gotten this far. Yeah, and I think that's it.
Give me the award table.
And thanks once again to our support from this year's PowerOn Visionary, Comcast, NBC Universal. Our Spot Casey will also be receiving an additional contribution of $2,500 from PowerOn. And last but not least, our Superstar Center Award honors a PowerOn partner center or organization that has made an outstanding contribution to the program and to the community that the organization serves. This year's PowerOn Superstar Center is the Mackenzie Project, a new Black trans organization led in South Florida, which works to uplift trans, gender nonconforming, and non-binary individuals throughout the county, with a primary focus on those facing homelessness and engaging in survival sex work. Through a lens of creative arts, they promote HIV awareness in their community and promote entrepreneurship studies, and as an avenue to change the economic landscapes that lead many in our community to be disproportionately impacted by HIV. The Mackenzie Project first received a PowerOn mini grant last year, and this year was selected as one of our community tech grant recipients. They have used PowerOn granted technology to assist in providing their services to the community, including emergency housing and food assistance, support and social groups, HIV testing, linkage to PrEP and HIV treatment, mental health counseling, emergency services, name and gender market changes, resume building and job readiness programs, case management, technology classes, leadership development, and entrepreneurship studies, to name a few. They also conduct the honorable work of stigma reduction interventions, specifically for Black trans women who engage in sex work and are living with HIV. Notably, they recently opened their Liberation Lab Center and hosted a gender justice and protection fashion show and rally. In the 2 years since the Mackenzie Project has become a PowerOn Partner Center, they have continued to provide to community members in Florida through hurricanes and an onslaught of anti-LGBTQ+ legislation, both on a local and national level. Nevertheless, the Mackenzie Project has continued to thrive and grow, and we at PowerOn are proud to call them a PowerOn Partner Center. So I'd like to invite Jasmine Mackenzie up. And before I let you on, I'm also thrilled to share that this year's Superstar Center, in addition to the $2,500 that is normally awarded, thanks to support from a true visionary, Comcast, NBC Universal, will be receiving an additional donation of $7,500 for a total contribution of $10,000 awarded to the Mackenzie Project.
Because I'm very particular by the things that I do, I wanted to make sure that I got my speech and my point across what I wanted to say. So first I want to say, hello everyone, I'm super excited and blessed, and I hear right now, I want to make sure it's right. I'm super excited and blessed to have the privilege to be here just before I started packing my bags at home in Miami on Tuesday. Yet, another Black trans woman was gunned down in Miami and murdered in the streets of North Miami, Florida. So before I give my thanks, I first want to give my respect for a moment of silence for London Price. Thank you. Access to technology has fundamentally transformed the landscape of Black, transgender, and gender nonconforming individuals in South Florida. And here's why and how. As a new Black trans organization in the South, access to technology is not something folks who look like me get access to. Technology has played a pivotal role in advancing social and economic opportunities for Black TGNC individuals in South Florida. First, it has facilitated greater visibility and representation. Through social media platforms and online networks, Black TGNC individuals have been able to share their stories, struggles, and achievements. This visibility has fostered a sense of community empowerment as others can now see themselves reflected in these narratives. Additionally, technology has expanded access to crucial resources. Support networks, mental health resources, and legal aid can now be accessed online, offering a lifetime to those who may have otherwise struggled to find assistance. the availability of one-on-one entrepreneurship studies, grant writing, resume building, access to applying for health insurance has also improved for me. Education and employment opportunities have been greatly impacted. Online learning and remote work have broken down geographical barriers, allowing Black TDNC individuals to access educational and professional opportunities that they may not have had locally. This has the potential to uplift their economic and social status. Technology has also given a voice to advocacy in the South. Through online activism and social media campaigns, Black TGNC individuals in South Florida have been able to raise awareness about issues like discrimination, violence, and inequalities they face. This has led to greater public awareness, political advocacy, and increased support for their rights. In conclusion, I want to say thank you to PowerOn for granting us access to technology, simply because this was the third grant ever that we applied for. And for that, the McKinsey Project has been able to shift the landscape. This avenue of need has created a powerful change in the lives of Black, transgender, and gender non-conforming individuals in South Florida. This has fostered community, improved access to essential resources, expanded educational and employment prospects, and amplified their voices in the pursuit of equality and justice. The ongoing challenge is to ensure that these gains continue to benefit and uplift our trans community. Thank you.
I also want to give a shout out to all of our PowerOn Partner Centers who are joining us tonight virtually, since we are a national program. As Chris mentioned, that works with 107 partner centers across the United States and Puerto Rico. We have several folks who are joining us virtually tonight, and we do have some winners virtually as well of our contest. Tonight we are awarding an additional $500 to centers who have tuned in virtually, and actually one of them in person as well. So two of them in person. So the first recipient of $500 tonight will be the Holiday Wish Foundation. Shout out to you. Our second winner of a $500 contribution is the Diversity Center of Oklahoma. And we actually have more folks tuning in from the McKinsey Project online, so hey. They will also be receiving an additional $500 donation. And finally, we also have Smile, who's here in the room with us as well. So Smile will also be receiving a $500 donation.
Thank you all so much for being here today. I know it's a long time to stand, but I really appreciate you. Really appreciate you being with us. There's some amazing, incredible organizations across this country doing incredible work, and I feel honored, and I know the team feels absolutely honored to be able to work with so many incredible people. The team here, I'm also very proud of. The LGBT tech team has grown quite a bit in the last couple of months, from policy to programs to make sure that we can effectively do our work, and it's a very proud moment. So if you're with the LGBT tech team, can I have you come up front, please?
Switch that angle.
They're working. So this is the incredible team. We have Tatiana and Aaron, Charlotte, Carlos, Ellie, Kristen, and Shay, who are running all of this. Please come up and say hi to them. Thank you so much for your support. Also, I want to do a quick shout out to another colleague that is with a family member that's not doing well, Samantha, who's in Guatemala. So hi, Samantha, we miss you. Thank you all so much for being here. Thank you so much for your support. And thank you all for your hard work to accomplish such amazing work and impacting so many people. Thank you all. Enjoy.